All right, so today on the bench or on the mower, however you want to look at it, is something that you may be familiar with or you may not be. If you look right there in the center, that thing is called a Zerk fitting, and this one is broken, so we're going to replace it. Now this tool, this part, I should say, is so that I can get grease down inside of these parts, these PTO shaft, that universal joint. And I apologize for all the traffic today. It's that time of day. This is what helps our tractor, our equipment not wear out, is being able to grease things. And it's important to change them out, especially since this mower is probably in operation for about 8 to 10 hours at a time. And so it needs to make sure that it has lubrication. Now, there we go. So there's a brand new Zerk fitting. So what is a Zerk fitting? So these guys here are Zerk fittings, or grease fittings, as it were. And I actually had to go to my neighbor and borrow the one that's in there because I have lots of them, but I do not have that one. And they come in several sizes. They'll be 5/16, 3/8, quarter inch, M6, M8, probably M10 as well. So they're standard and metric. I tend to prefer standard because the coarser thread, to me, is easier to clean out if they get damaged. That's not necessarily true, but to me, it seems that way. Let's show you what I got here. So I showed you the Zerk fittings. I have a little toolbox. It's just an old Craftsman set that I carry around with me when I need to service grease fittings. So this is the 3/8, which goes right there. It's on the little breaker bar. And there's a ratchet and another little breaker. And then a couple of pieces that I use a lot. 10 millimeter, 7/16. That's probably two 10 millimeters in there. And it's simply because those are what I use strictly for grease fittings. And I've never really used this set for much else. I've had it for a long time. It just happens to be good for this. So these guys, let's show you how they work. I'm going to give you a pause, and then you can get to see what we do. All right, so I'm back. I know that you can't detect that pause, but I can, and it bothers me that nobody tells you about it. So this guy is a grease gun. This is a grease gun, and so you put the grease inside of here. I'll go over this one day, but for now we're just going to show you how the fitting works, and the end here goes onto the Zerk fitting. So it just pushes straight down on top of there, and you want it to be as straight as possible. And you also should wear heavy leather gloves, and just give it probably 2 or 3 squeezes. There we go. I've given it 3. I usually like to go until I just see this grease come out, because that lets me know that there's plenty of grease in that fitting. If you look at it, the grease did not come out, but the fitting kind of, I don't know how to describe it. You could see material push out at the joints, whether it's water or old grease or whatever. It's important to see that there's movement so that you know that there's grease getting in the joint. I'm going to give it one more squeeze and call it good. So that's a Zerk fitting, and that's how you use it.